going to kind of fold things around a little bit and move Bridget up, because I know that you have some other things that need to move on this evening as soon as possible. So do you have anything for us?
Sure. I'll just pass it down. So Steve, this is the first meeting in.
I know.
Forever.
So generally I'll come to the meeting with an envelope which has just the paperwork in it from the previous meeting of just what's sort of gone on, what's been issued. So with that said, the Ayer convenience store changed ownership, so we issued a new permit. It's just, again, changing
Where is
ownership.
the Ayer convenience?
The old Cumberland Farms, it's a.
Okay, all right.
There's a
Gotcha.
new restaurant going in. He submitted an application for food service.
This is what Carlin's was.
Yep, so they were missing some information.
Okay.
That letter went out. They subsequently actually, I just reviewed it today. All of that has been resolved and submitted.
Cool.
So that is just,
Does this person have experience in this business?
I wouldn't have known that, except it says Park Street.
Yeah.
so
yeah.
these are just food inspections that were done. That's
Yeah,
Wendy's.
I'm curious.
There's
This
two
is
changes.
changes.
So if there was anything that jumped out,
I would tell you.
What
Yep.
is it?
So-
What kind of food?
Yep, so that's Neshoba Park, the assisted living facility.
Oh, awesome. Needs another.
And then this, usually I try to do them double-sided. This is Wujang. This one didn't get double-sided.
I like every time I'm in Palm I keep telling them,
are they cooperative in terms
Yep,
of-
very good. Calvin Moore needed a beaver permit. So we issue
Needed
that.
what?
A beaver. Yeah.
Emergency
So
beaver.
I'm gonna jump ahead. I'm not like,
Chickens.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I'm not really the best when it comes to computers, so I made it my attempt to just let you sort of know what we issue for licenses.
Yes, thank you.
So beaver permits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is yours.
In coordination with the Conservation Commission.
So
Yeah.
so that goes through.
So this is crazy, but there's a thing called a beaver deceiver.
Yes, there is.
And I thought this is nonsense, but
Oh,
I know there's one on West Main Street
13 years experience with it.
with
trust me.
beaver deceiver.
With
Have you ever-
Board of
have you
Health
ever heard
and
this
Conservation,
before?
yes.
No, you have
So
to.
I got a phone call
You have to
and someone
educate us.
said, you have property that has a beaver dam on it and it's flooding our property. Well, it wasn't my property to begin with, and I said,
Okay.
you know, it's the town of Ayer's property, they have a right of way through here, it's not me.
Yeah.
So then I went to the Conservation Commission, and there's a guy in Springfield, and he has this business, and he puts in a beaver deceiver.
It's like a fake dam.
Beaver deceiver.
We had one in back of my school for the same
It's
reason.
just a round culvert, and it gives you the sound of water flowing, or something like that, because beavers only dam where there's a sound of
Right.
water
That
flowing.
makes sense.
So you put this thing in, and maybe it takes the sound away, but it's called a beaver deceiver.
I have never heard of
Yeah.
such a thing.
Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
In
Oh boy,
terminology?
yeah, really.
It's because it's open trapping season, so over certain times you won't get anything.
That's right, there are
So that
some
Yeah.
places, right?
that's just a copy of what I gave you. This is just the permits that we issue that I.
Bridget, what's the name of the place that's, thank you, going into Carlin's? What's the name of the, do you know the name?
I forget.
Something
upstairs
train, something stopped.
Something, it's
Last
I thought it was
stop
a
or-
I thought it was a chain, somebody,
No.
it's
No.
not.
It's not a chain. They have multiple restaurants. One is in Dracut, a couple are in New Hampshire.
Okay.
So I completely forget.
Okay, no, I was
Something,
just.
something stopped though to kind of go along
To
with the
go
train
along
stop.
with this, okay, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
The last stop, maybe.
The last one was the Whipple, what's the
I
stop?
think it's on the
Can we see
door.
without going to our
Go
list?
by
What's the
Carl.
stop?
Yes.
His name coming soon.
Okay.
would be
And it
the stop.
says
Something stopped.
Something
That
stopped,
makes
okay.
sense to go along with the railroad thing, yeah.
So this just is, like I said, it just because you had asked before. So we issue septic permits, but you guys,
Yep.
it physically comes to the meeting, you sign it.
Yep.
Well permits, I issue them, no signatures required.
Okay.
Camp permits, your names are on the permit. I don't think there's any in air right now, but again, then there's the beach permit, which I asked you if it was, that one, you gave me the okay. I think, did we do that? You gave me,
Yeah, we
I
did
called, I
that.
think I,
We did
yeah.
the beach.
Yep, so then there's the pool permit. Board of Health names are typed on those permit, it's a pretty standard form. Then there's hotel motel.
What pools do we have? Is it,
There's a couple, there's one at, they're like.
like apartment complexes
Yeah,
and stuff?
yeah,
right?
there's
Okay,
one
got
over
it.
near the complex near Wendy's, is the, I think the only one in Ayer maybe.
Okay.
So Kayleen does the pool inspections every year, and then she issues
Yeah.
the pool permits after the inspection. The camps, Jim, my director, does the camp inspections, so those permits are issued after the fact too.
You just give those to me.
Those are yours.
Yes.
Then there's the milk license, which, it's a $2 permit fee, good for 5 years. $2 fee, good for 5 years.
Wow.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Frozen dessert
Really?
license, so there's two, the bottling and the frozen dessert. I think your names are typed on those permits as well, but I didn't have a chance to grab the book to see.
Okay.
Would this be like Pepsi?
Yep. So basically, before we issue that permit, the state gives us the okay to issue the permit.
So the
If that
state
makes any
does the
sense. So I do the inspection,
Mhm.
yep, and then I send that off to the state with the paperwork. So they send 2 piles of paperwork, one comes to me, and then one goes to the state. And once the inspection's done, that form and everything goes off to the state. And they send a letter telling us it's okay to issue the permit.
And
Tanning,
frozen dessert is like
manufacture, the ice
places.
cream machine at Wendy's is a perfect example.
Oh, okay,
It's just
okay.
a-
So it's restaurants that
Yeah.
do frozen, okay.
Yeah,
It's not for like manufacturing, it's not like
So they
seal
can-
test or something.
no, I mean, there's some that do manufacturing as well.
Okay.
But in Ayer, I think it's like McDonald's, Wendy's.
Right,
Um,
those machines?
Tanning, there's no Board of Health signatures, but we don't have any in Ayer right now anymore.
I think that was like a flash
That's
in the
good.
pan.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
finally smartened up on those.
These used to-
The body art, which I subsequently have, there's some in Ayer, it's for the makeup,
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
the microblading. I just issued some. So I do the inspection of the facility, review all the paperwork, so that was, see, it's typed on you. It's just pretty generic, but, it's for her as a practitioner and then the establishment.
Oh.
So I review all of her documentation, and then I go in and do the inspection, as well.
Interesting.
And we don't have any tattoo
Not right now.
artists or facilities in town?
Mm-mm.
Not right now, no. This is, are you ready? Okay, do you have any oh, and then, I'm sorry, the septic haulers and installers, so the pump trucks, those septic pump trucks,
Yada.
Oh,
like
yeah.
RADA, we license and inspect those, and we license and inspect the installer, so somebody that puts in a septic system.
Mhm.
So when those are permitted, through our office and they cover the towns that we cover, I think there's 16 towns plus we cover Devon's as well.
Okay.
So those are issued through our office for our member towns.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and then the beavers.
The beavers, yeah.
So that's
Great,
just sort of,
that's-
okay.
That's excellent. Thank you.
And then this is, I did a housing inspection on Washington Street in Ayer, back on May 18th. I'll be sending a letter. I do ask the tenants to contact us, because keeping track of the inspections, the 30 days can get pretty difficult. I do ask them to contact us for a reinspection. In this particular case, I'm probably just gonna follow up with a letter, next week, just reminding them to call us. So we do the housing inspection. This is the actual inspection report.
Yep.
And then this is just, page here. Sorry. That's just the back page, which gives them some legal advice that we don't give. And then this is just the breakdown of the codes that they get, so it makes the landlord, it's easier for them to understand what we're citing. So that's like I said, every meeting, that envelope will come to you. If I can't make the meeting, I give it to Heather.
So
And
what
it goes to the
happens to
chair.
this stuff after the meeting? Do you file?
So it goes in the file. So for things like housing inspections, I have property files. For individual addresses, for the food inspections, I have business ones. And then like you'll see, cause I had this for the trash haulers. This is the trash haulers from 2021. So I just do them all for the year instead of trying to do them individually, because
Mm.
ones might drop off and then I'm not gonna look, so I just, previously people did them per company, I just do them by year. It's just easier.
Yeah, whatever works.
I'm not making 35
Whatever
folders.
makes sense to you.
I just do it by year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And-
those will all go in the property, they go in files,
So,
newest
the
to oldest.
permit fees that are on here, are those regulated by the town, or is that a hearing by the Board of Health?
These
So when
fees?
you mentioned like the milk thing is $2, that sounds to me like it's from 1922.
It is, and that,
It is.
and
Does
I
that
think.
need to be updated, or?
So, that, I think, is set by a Mass General law, and I don't think
Really?
the fee can exceed a certain amount of money. I think that's why it's so low. I can look into that, though.
I'm just
I
curious,
did,
I
yeah,
mean,
no, it's,
I know it does, it sounds.
Yeah.
Because, you know, permit fees have gone up for
Yeah.
everything,
Well-
and
Yeah.
Federal government sets milk prices.
yeah,
so, I mean, if we regulate the permit fees, I know we'd have to have a public hearing, but, if it's something that goes through us, then we should probably take a look at it, you know?
Well, we did with the other, you know,
Doesn't the town
Yeah.
just septic and
They hadn't
you handle
been
well? Someone tell me when
altered
they're collecting
in
fees.
a couple of years.
Yeah.
Was
so
for
they
Yeah.
have money.
Okay.
Those two.
Yeah,
we-
I know, but
but
that's what I
where
remember
it's a
doing
mass
is that
statement,
the town itself
Yeah.
Yeah.
set in fees for what you
But
did
it
is what
doesn't
was
sound
what was
so
Board of
much.
Health.
Yeah.
It was that
Really?
such
What?
That's
So-
almost not worth the money to
Listen.
collect $2.
Trust me, I'm 100% with you. And it's so hard to keep track because they're good for 5 years, so it's like, but I think there's a mass, that I can look into, but I thought way back when I first started, 24 years ago, I'm like, and I started to look into it, and I think, like I said, there's a Mass General law on that.
Yeah.
And they're, like, the camp permits are very low too, I think it's $10.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
The
trailer permits too.
trailer permits are $10, hotel motel is like $10. I think
Yeah.
the pool is pretty, some of these are set under Mass General law that are, that, you know, can be this much but
Yeah.
can't exceed this much. So you can certainly check that. The food permits, those actually go to our office. This goes to you, the milk, I think the frozen dessert goes to you. The bottling license, I believe, goes to you as well, that's $37.50 split. Yeah, that's
$37.50.
yeah. So really, any of like the things that really require the inspection, you'll get the fee for. The septic haulers and installers. I don't really know, what the fee is for those. As I told you, I'm more the food
Yeah.
girl, so
Yeah.
Steve, if you really wanna know, I can look into those for other
Yeah,
towns,
it's,
so that's pretty easy to
I'm just
find.
thinking something
Yeah.
that we should, if it has been updated, we should probably
Look at it, if it's in
Yeah.
our, if
Yeah, I
it's,
can,
yeah,
there's,
if it's
I know all the other
something
towns to look at, so I can look into that pretty
Yeah.
easily.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then the beaver permits are free.
Okay.
So this is I believe a death certificate?
Yeah, why'd you get that?
I don't know.
Oh, cremation, so when
Cremation.
when they're cremated, I get them, and the burial they go to, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
It was a lot of fun when Aaron Hernandez died, let me tell you, because I was working in Lancaster, but the prison's technically in Shirley.
Oh, yeah,
But we
yeah.
got a lot of phone calls at the Board of Health on that one.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
There'd be news stations.
yeah.
So that's all I have for this envelope. I don't know if you have any questions.
It's 83.
Oh. Yeah, I couldn't think of where 83 Washington is.
No. Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
there used to be a hospital
Right.
there, I don't know.
And then.
Really?
another-
Yeah.
Yeah, back in the day, and then,
On Washington?
well, way, we're talking like, what, 1900 or something?
Before, when the Shelby Park is, before that was a hospital, that was
Yeah,
a hospital.
and then,
Oh,
then
wow.
the Millers forever lived there.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you.
I didn't know that was a
Oh.
hospital. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Bridget, I don't know, I don't mean to make you stay later than necessary, but I just wanted to pass on something that I know you've been involved with a bit, so I brought copies for everyone. I did receive an email, I think it is, maybe one, pass it down. about, there's a situation on Central Ave involving trash,
I've seen it, I mean, you probably read it.
Receptacles. And the issue is, I guess it's been going on for some time, and there is no place for the people who live in this little development to put their trash. It's like a driveway and then a really steep road that comes down, so they put their trash barrels on the sidewalk. And I think Friday morning is their their trash day. So we've gotten a number of complaints, and you can kind of, this actually goes back, I mean, the whole email went on for pages and pages. And I just kind of printed out the most recent. And so I want to just make you aware of this. Bridget, I've been looking, since this topic came up, I've been looking around town at, trash barrels, and, because all the different companies all have a different day that they pick up. So every day it can be different. And do you want to give us a little just update on what you and your task team,
So,
trash task team?
so the trash task team is the dumpster group. Is that what we are?
Yeah.
The Tuesday dumpster group. So there's two different sort of things going on. There's Charlie, myself, Charlie Schultz, myself, Fire Bob from the fire department, Bob Ozak, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then the new upcoming police
Gil.
chief, Gil, is, and I'm forgetting one person.
Ken Diskin.
Ken Diskin. So we all meet on Tuesdays, and we're just going over some issues in town with things like fencing. One of them is dumpsters, and it's more, with them, it's more the sort of the commercial dumpsters. Do they want to kind of elaborate on a few things, fencing around the dumpsters at, places like restaurants, where they're located, smooth,
Yeah, yeah.
easily, cement or pavement, things like that.
Yeah.
And
Some of that language is in the solid waste hauler regs.
Yeah, and
too.
so for us, I think it's more, what we're kind of working on is, are these big dumpsters creating nuisances, and how do they need to be addressed? So we're sort of
Yeah,
in the middle
yeah.
of, we just had a meeting last week,
Okay.
and just coming up with, solutions, what are some, major issues that need to be addressed.
Okay.
Um,
And this seems like another kind of crossover.
So this is sort of,
know.
so the next component of this is the trash, these barrels, which
Yeah.
I did call Steve and ask Steve to look at it. And, again, it's sort of, when you kind of get a complaint like this, it's the first time I've ever had a complaint like this. And it's the first time anybody in my office has had a complaint like this. So it's sort of
Yeah.
like, how do you deal with something like this? And is it even in the purview of the Board of Health regulations?
Right.
I'm not 100% sure that it is. The problem is, so once I saw this, I also saw a couple down the street from this, maybe 2 houses down on the left. There are some trash barrels. When those go out, they also interfere with
The sidewalk.
the sidewalk.
walking area.
Then, I noticed places like Washington Street is really bad.
Yes,
The courthouse,
that's where I
behind the
was.
courthouse.
Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
so sort of when do trash barrels go out, and what is
Yeah.
acceptable, not acceptable? What are,
Yeah.
what are other cities and towns doing? I can't find any thing saying that you can't do this. You have to put your trash out. And these people also just moved in. Some of them are, I think, currently in the process of
Yeah, it
moving
looks
in.
like that.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how the board wants to approach it, but this is not a selective thing. It's, if you go around, like I said, I think
Right.
20 different locations I looked at, it's just a fact of life and trash day.
Yeah, and after you told me that you've seen a lot of it around,
The courthouse
I too,
has-
I checked, yep.
Behind the courthouse.
Yep,
Fletcher Street.
Washington Street, yeah.
Sandy
Fletcher-
Pond.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, I mean,
Who would respond to this letter? Would this be you that would respond?
I went to the Pam as the
It came
chair.
to me, and I have had, you know, as you'll see, there's a little bit of back and forth. I think the complainant had,
And I don't know, Steve, when you went by, when I've gone by and have been able to successfully walk on that,
I have to, I do the same thing. But I think that in respect to a complaint, shouldn't there be, the board is aware, we will look into it, make no commitment, and we will let you know what the outcome is. But I don't think you can just simply say, we disagree or we agree. We are looking into it, we don't have a solution, we don't know if it's a problem yet.
that's,
Well, she states in this, the enforcement authority for this bylaw that is quoted is the building commissioner and the Ayer Police Department. So,
yeah, there's kind of, I mean, there's two ways, I guess, that
and the selectmen are.
for the bylaw,
For the reasons.
yeah. So this is covered by this town bylaw. And then our trash hauler regulation that she's citing, that does say something about, you know, trash containers not being placed where they interfere with public safety. I've always felt, back to the creation of the trash hauler regs, that they were really targeted to the haulers. It's about what the haulers have to do, not so much residents. I think that's kind of covered more under bylaws. And it doesn't appear to be the haulers that are putting these containers in these
Correct.
locations. I have also heard that they're usually taken, you know, back to where they belong when the residents, you know, come home that night. So, yeah, I think you're right, Steve. I think that what I should probably do is, you know, just respond to her by saying that, yeah, we understand. We're looking into the problem, but it's a widespread issue throughout the town. This is not one location. So whatever is done, if anything, it needs to be fairly administered throughout the town.
so this was something again, getting back to the trash room,
Yeah.
how do you deal with this? And maybe the bylaw needs to be rewritten. Some towns allow 24 hours, so
Yeah.
there are sides in cities and other towns where one side of the street has the sidewalk where the other doesn't, so they allow a 24-hour period for the trash to go out. And I do know that Charlie did talk to the owner of the, or not the owner, but the builder, and I think the trash hauler as well. The problem with that property is that the driveway, the incline of the driveway, the truck bottoms out, so they can't
Yeah.
get up there, and so that's another issue as well. But I did call DEP today too, just as a reference to see if, because they have a lot of trash hauler stuff, just to see as a reference if they're aware of any other regulations or what other people do, especially in, you know, I mean, Boston, Cambridge.
Yeah. Yeah.
The public benefit of this is that the trash is being picked up.
Yes.
The flip side of that is that the trash doesn't get picked up and it gets thrown behind the building or
Correct.
who knows
Right.
where. So there has to be some compromise here in terms of what is acceptable and what isn't.
Correct.
Yeah.
But, you know, taking the time to put something like this together, I understand. And I think that she deserves to have a response back.
Yeah.
Not that we agree or disagree, we'll look into it.
Right.
I will do that. I'll respond to her
Does that
with
make
just
sense, I mean?
No, it does, and I think that since, you know, this issue has been brought to us, it's,
Right.
we've been looking around more and
And-
noticed that,
Since, I mean, I just, basically what I do is the legwork for you, sort of the research. I did not want to respond, I mean, it went directly to you, and I just, I
yeah,
don't want to respond
I'll
that.
respond.
Yeah.
I'll respond to her, and I can copy the original you know, people on the original email, and I'll CC both of you as well, so we'll see it. But it's definitely something that needs more, I think, consideration
But
because.
to do something specifically, that would be selective
Right.
in terms of doing something at one site without doing
Yeah.
Yeah,
the town.
exactly. I wanna make sure that what we do is, you know,
Yeah.
it's reasonable
Absolutely.
and it's
And
equitable.
that, I mean, that was also what I did call the trash hauler and talk to them as well, just, and you know, that was what he said, is that this is just, it's.
Keep it up there.
Right, and the trash containers being on sidewalk is a town-wide thing, as
Yes.
it is in other towns as well.
Yes.
It's not this particular property, and how do you enforce that here but nowhere else? And so that was, I guess, you know.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I agree as well, so. I'll put together a brief reply, I'll copy everyone, and,
And then we'll see
What you suggest
where it goes
is-
from there. I mean,
yeah,
it's,
And like I said, that might mean that the bylaw needs to be rewritten. There are some towns that do
Yeah.
allow 24 hours.
that
for-
actually seems like it might be a reasonable solution, because the greater good, as you point out, is having the trash properly collected and removed,
Correct.
so.
And in a place like that, you know, it's I think a 5 or 6 unit building.
Seven.
Yes.
7 units.
Seven, really?
So.
Yeah.
Wow.
really,
Yes.
So a dumpster up there would pose the same problem, the truck getting up there.
Yeah, couldn't get up there, yeah.
And then, you know, again, it's when you have multiple units like that,
Yeah.
they don't usually leave the trash up to each individual. They provide something, whether it be a dumpster or
Yeah, sure.
just to alleviate any, like you said, Steve, people accumulating things because they don't have time to take it to the transfer station or don't want to.
I don't want to.
Right.
this is gonna be a tough
Yeah.
one, given the property is unique. It's not like
Yeah.
you can cite someone and say, hey, move it off the sidewalk up.
No, I
to
mean,
the
it-
side.
You know, as I told
It's
Pam,
where you go.
I just wanted to see what was going on in other parts of the town, and
Right.
if the
Yeah.
courthouse, they have the same issue, they're lined up right on the sidewalk. If you
Williams,
go
they
down
do too.
Washington Street,
Yeah,
on any given day, there's one day that I think they all use the same one, and it's the complete sidewalk is.
I was surprised to
Mhm.
see, Washington Street as well. Fletcher has that advantage of there's sidewalk and then there's the grass.
Yep.
Right,
strip.
that's what I was thinking,
So-
the grass.
So,
but-
yeah, I see them a lot on because the grass is the closest thing, so
Right.
Hall is probably.
West Main has
Like
some
it
too,
too.
you know, again, and there's the side that has a sidewalk,
Yeah.
and then there's the
yeah.
side that doesn't. Okay.
Okay. All right, I will take care of that. Thank you for your input, Bridget. You have any COVID? Do you have COVID? I hear you coughing.
I'm not supposed to eat nuts, and every time I do, I end up.
Oh,
going
really?
Oh,
to cough.
jeez, Bridget.
And I had but that was my snack.
Running out of
So,
cough drops.
I know, I'm good, I'm good.
Going in here.
So, I did talk to Tamara today, and I don't think there's much of anything going on in Ayer, which is good.
Good.
They they're finishing up on their COVID clinics. They have one this week and one next week. That's the second dose of Pfizer and Moderna. Tamara did also want me to just try to, you know, let everybody know that we do have some J&J vaccine left. So we're trying to get, you know, if there's any businesses that have people that want that,
Yeah.
they can even just go to Tamara and see her. She has reached out to some bigger businesses to see if they have enough interest, and she would go there, but she has not been successful with that component of it yet. But, you know, again, we're gonna be reaching out to the food establishments by email and just letting them know if they have any
Yeah.
individuals that want the J&J. But we have done home visits. I think she said she just completed that last week, so.
Has she had time to catch her breath?
I know,
from
really.
The beginning of this thing? Oh, wow.
She did finally see Marlox today, like, it's just, you know,
Yeah.
but it's been 7 days a week at some points, I mean, just,
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
in the thick
Yeah.
of it, yeah.
That was
so,
an enormous effort.
she's a great, the whole nursing staff, Sue, Maureen over there, they've just been
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. I'm so glad that we have that.
Yeah.
available to us.
So, like I said, that we'll be reaching out again. She did reach out to, the nursing homes in Neshoba Park. I think she reached out to Apple Valley just to let them know if there's, because they have some transition, in clientele and whatnot. And again, everybody seems to be vaccinated, which is great, so, if you have any suggestions, you can just send an email.
Okay.
And that J&J is for the 18 and over.
Okay.
And there's a walk-in, you can do walk-in at Devon's on Wednesday for the J&J as well.
That's the one shot, right?
One shot.
That's the one dose.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else
I'm
you
good.
need to tell us
So I wanna
about?
go eat dinner. Shh. Well, I wanna go home and eat dinner. I'm hungry.
Okay, I'm good.
Oh, before you go, it might be kind of jumping the gun, but we need to decide if we still want to have a meeting on the 28th, or if this is gonna suffice, because we should have met last week, but we're meeting this week, and then do we need to meet again next week? It kind of feels like no. So I'm sort of thinking that the July 12th, I don't know if you did that intentionally, action items for July 12th.
Yeah.
July
12th,
But that's appropriate.
I might not be
Well,
here.
that's the second meeting in July, so, because the first is on Wednesday? Friday, Thursday?
First is on a Thursday.
So because of that, that's, so the second ends up being the 12th.
Right, okay.
The 12th, I might not be here.
It's okay.
Yeah.
You're entitled. You
Yeah.
get to take a vacation.
Okay.
I mean, I know some boards, I don't know,
Just let
this
us
board's
know.
never done it, but they do summer schedules, they only meet once a month.
We have done that sometimes
Yeah,
in the
we have.
past, where we kind of play it by ear, we'll cancel one of the meetings for that month, so.
It seems like a lot of this is gonna be driven by what we talked about
Yeah.
earlier in terms of timing, so.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be the 12th.
Yeah, exactly, but it sounds like if we're all in agreement, you can take the June 28th meeting
Sure can.
off the schedule.
Sounds
So
good.
that
Sounds
will
good to
not
me.
happen. Next regularly scheduled then will be July 12th, unless
yeah.
we need to have something sooner. Okay, great.
Sounds good.
Okay. And then I keep the solid waste trash hauler on
Yep.
here just because I didn't know if Lori Sable was going to come back to us with any more information. We have the spreadsheet that she put together for
Unfortunately, I didn't have
us,
any
and-
time to go
Yeah.
through much, because the building department and planning would have been basically
Yeah,
flat out, and I
I
apologize, I've just been, no idea, the last 3 months, how busy, but I had to look up something for Bridget, so I grabbed the file, and I was just looking real quick, and, because it was Public was one, and they do have a list of what can be recycled, and they do state that residents get 2 containers, one per,
Yeah.
but it doesn't state about the dumpsters, which is what the big thing is,
Yeah,
because that's just the
yeah.
one. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I will spend some time and just go through this file, and if anyone wants to, 'cause it's upstairs, and go through and see it. Some of the applications are bigger than others, because some, I think, just include all their information
Yeah,
every year, and
yeah.
some just go whatever.
Yeah.
But, I will go through that and I will verify all that stuff, so we can get those letters out that we talked about the last meeting,
Okay.
about, asking certain questions about as far as like dumpsters go, if they ask for stream recycling or
Yeah.
Did
or
they give
stuff
you a
like that.
list of who if you ask them, do they have a list of the people that okay, good.
Yes,
Yeah.
some do, yeah.
That was what we were looking at, as part of the.
Some, is it that some do every time,
Yeah.
like this is waste management, because they do, and they're one of the biggest ones. So
Yeah.
their applications are really long, because they give me a list of all their customers, and some of them give me a list of all their trucks, they have the
Wow.
trucks too, but some don't do it every year, and some of the companies do, like there's, so they just only did it the
Yeah.
one time, so I have to go back to see if they still do that, but, yeah, no, they do, and they give me a list of the trucks with the registrations, and they'll give me the customer list, I see there's a truck registration, so. I just have to go through and see if they include the materials, and then I'll gather up some sort of letter to send to them as far as what materials they offer for dumpsters, not necessarily residential,
Yeah.
because that's what we're more looking at. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm sorry, I just haven't have the time.
I got it. I totally get it. It's a work in progress.
I mean, I've been, the last 2 weeks have been kind of quiet, and I had a guy come in looking for his permits, and I'm just going through my piles and stuff. He goes, "Wow, you're really busy." And I'm like, "No, I've actually been quiet the last 2 weeks." And you're still,
In
you look, and I
comparison,
still look
yeah.
really busy. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
good. So I haven't forgot about it. It's just trying to get, I gotta send third letters and some second letters out for chickens, because I still have a few stragglers on there.
Yeah, yeah. You got the one that.
I did, thank you, and I
returned
printed
you,
it too
right?
because the guy's been hounding me for it, and I'm like, I'm getting to it, like, I'm trying.
Okay.
So, I printed it just in case you forgot, so I had it.
Okay, so you have
Yes,
a
thank
couple
you.
of second
Just
letters
slowly.
going.
Yeah, we have a couple third and then one or two second letters that, so, yeah, but I'll get those out, and I said I keep, and
Yeah.
again, I have a file
All right.
of 2021, so. And I will send Julie the current list I have, so she can start doing her inspections if she needs to.
Yeah.
Because I did keep a spreadsheet starting forward, so I can just send that to her anytime and then add to it.
That sounds good.
Okay, do you have anything else for me?
I do not. If you would like to be excused, you may
Thank
be
you,
excused.
thank you, madam. Chair, still maybe? Mr. Chair?
Yeah, for like 5 more minutes, yeah.
See you, Bridget.
Bye.
Thanks, Bridget, for.
Have a good night, thank
I'll
you.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll probably swing by tomorrow. Yeah, I have that meeting.
Yeah, yeah,
tomorrow.
the meeting.
I have the dumpster meeting.
You have,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
At the
Tuesday.
party
Tuesday.
upstairs.
It's not only Taco
The
Tuesday,
dumpster
it's
Tuesday.
dumpster.
Yeah, dumpster Tuesday.
I like Taco Tuesday.
I know. Oh, God, I
We had Taco
do too.
Sunday.
So we have chickens and beavers now, Steve, that we
Yeah.
have to address.
Yeah.
When I got
Yeah.
on the board, I was so surprised at all the chicken permits. What, where are all
Yeah.
these chickens?
It's so they're doing a good job because you don't
Yeah.
see them, you don't
Yeah,
smell them, you don't hear them.
You don't.
I hear the chickens across the street from me, and I love them. They're like little gossiping old ladies.
Oh, they're good. Just well, they're not ducks. My kid's got some ducks, and oh my gosh, they're just so.
Are they a lot louder?
They sound like frogs all day long, just going. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh,
And
the
they,
chickens
but
are
they're so
quiet.
cute. The ducks will actually follow each other in a row, so they just like walk around in a circle in a line.
Oh, my God.
But I don't like duck eggs. So if any of you like duck eggs, I can bring some to you. I think they
No,
charge
they're
$5
very-
a dozen, but I
They're
don't.
very strong tasting.
Yeah, I didn't like them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. A lot of people, some people say they're really good for baking, but
Really?
Yeah, I had some, yeah, and I'm like, I'm good.
I'm not a big egg fan to begin with, so I don't need a strong
egg,
tasting
yeah.
egg. That's the
I know.
last
I
thing
gotta start
need.
asking around here because I'm like, I gotta figure some of it and see if anyone wants to
Yeah.
buy these eggs.
Okay, I'm just holding on the minutes for 1 second. So, any mail or bills that we need to
No, but now that we're meeting in person, I will start bringing. The only mail that came in was just, and I should have brought it. I apologize. Is the mosquito control with the
Okay.
sprayings for
Yeah,
July,
that
which
was
is on the website anyway.
Yeah, I saw
because
it.
Susan
Yes.
gets it and she makes sure it gets posted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when you see that came in our mail too.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
now that we're meeting in person, I'll start remembering to clip it and bring it.
All right. And no bills.
No bills.
Good. Save me money.
Shouldn't have any.
Well, the only one you really had has been Neshoba and
Oh,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
accountant's just been, because we have a meeting in person, just been signing off and paying it, so.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Sounds good. So the minutes, I was reading through, and I've got just a.
I'm sure you do.
So
Correct.
the first part, did we agree before that this is gonna stay, or are we amending this, the beginning part? Referring
Oh,
back to when you had that question.
Yeah, no, I think Robert said that
answered and
it's
said-
consistent, all the minutes are
Okay.
written that way, so if that's the
Okay.
way it's done,
All right.
I'm good. I only brought that because I looked at it and I said, we did meet in
Right.
here.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
good.
literally, yeah,
If that's what the town's doing.
right.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yep.
I think I looked at that when it first started, and I looked at the selectmen minutes to see what they had written.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, if they do it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it's hard to remember what happened in April of last year.
So,
I did the best I could for the 10th ones, just in case those were brought in.
yeah,
This
that's a lot. That
Yeah.
one is a lot. And on that one, I did have a couple of edits that I wanted to make, and I thought what might work with that is if I, you have Word, right? You guys open up a
Yeah.
Word document with comments, so I'll make, edits and, bring
Okay.
questions where necessary. I'll send it, then
Yeah.
Steve, you. send
Yeah, I
it to
apologize
Trish.
that I don't know what happened to me on Thursday, but I was on Route 3 on the way to wedding rehearsal dinner, and I'm like, I didn't send the board the agenda. I better do this with my phone right now before I forget. I logged in, and I'm like, I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
But
It's
I
okay.
remembered, and that was good, because otherwise if I didn't do it on the highway, I would have not remembered.
Yeah,
And
really.
with Friday of us not being here would have been really bad, so I
Yeah.
apologize. So, yeah, and I assume that you might not get, especially the 10th ones, that they just get tabled, that's fine, but I wanted you guys to have them.
Yeah, I think on the ones for the 10th, I would like to hold off on that one and just have,
Yeah.
go through
because-
that editing
Yeah.
process. The ones on the 24th, however, I didn't have any significant changes here. Yep, recycling and dumpsters, we captured that,
Yeah.
looks great.
I think those are okay.
Well, I think these are okay too.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna take a vote on the 10th, I mean, the 24th.
Yeah, I just wanted the 24th ones done, knowing that everything was coming up soon in case they were brought in. and then
Yeah,
Give you
yeah.
guys a chance to review them, that's fine. I apologize they came out so late, but again, super busy, and those, I wanted to
That's
make
all.
sure we're super done right.
Madam Chairman, I'll move we accept the minutes of May 24th as presented.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So,
And you're gonna edit the ones from the 10th?
yes, I'm gonna edit the
Yeah,
ones.
if you just wanna
Yeah.
do the edits and then send them to me, I'll send them to the board to review.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
if you,
that'd be
if you
fine,
do it
yeah.
to them, then it ends up being an open meeting issue.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah, you're
So
right.
if you wanted to send them to me, then I'll send them out, saying that I've
Once
done your
again,
edits.
It
per-
saves me from myself.
I that's
I do
my only
appreciate
thing
that.
is I am super paranoid about, because to me that's the easiest thing to avoid is of meeting law
Yep.
violations.
Well, you're right.
And if I can do that, then I've done my job.
Okay, so I'm gonna send my edits to,
And you guys just want to sign a set of those minutes the 24th, and I can get those posted tomorrow, now that you're all here in person.
can you do that?
Your copy, my copy?
Oh,
Doesn't
okay.
matter. Take a,
Oh, let's use your copy, I think I printed mine on two-sided.
take a set and sign them.
And may I use your pen? Thank you. There you go. And I think with that,
Thank you for the call log, by the way.
Oh, you're
That's what I
welcome.
was looking
Yeah,
for.
I don't know how much detail you want in it, like, so a lot of those are
It's
just
just-
basically messages and just no
Yeah.
message left. I'm like,
I
okay.
think that's good.
I do
There's
get
no way
some.
that this is on the same page, huh?
No, I tried so hard, and I printed upstairs. I don't have a longer one, but yeah, I got somebody calling me from
Mississippi.
Alabama,
Mississippi.
or yeah,
Yeah.
saying that the Charles MGH told him to call me in regards to doing an internship there and what they needed to do for Board of Health. I'm like, I think he called Boston Board of Health. I don't know where they found my number.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. I'm like, well, there's some really weird ones in there.
yeah.
I mean, just, and a lot of it too, I think with the new phone system, they get tired of listening to, options, they just press one, and I think all my boards are close to the top,
Mm-hmm. It's probably true, yeah.
so I just deal with it. But I will do my best, if I can figure out how to print it down here on something bigger, I'll do that in the future. I just.
What's the McDonald's thing about?
Oh, so a gentleman didn't leave a name, didn't leave a number, just left me a 1.5-minute long message that it was dirty and it smelled bad. And the drive-through line was really long.
That's too bad.
And I'm like, well, yeah, we know that the Board of Health, the planning board,
Yeah.
did site plan approval on that, so we're working on that and the company to fix that.
But
And
the
I
dirt-
told Bridget and she said, okay. I'm like, you wanna go do the inspection? I'm like,
Yeah.
we all know what it's like in there.
Yep. Well, that's good, though. She'll follow up.
Yeah, she did. I always do. Same thing with the one that can't call from Taco Bell. He called twice. She's called him back twice, and he's just never called her back.
Ay.
But yeah, when those come in, I email her right away.
Okay then, any specific action items for July 12th, or does the new chair wish to,
You're still the chair.
wing it and put together the agenda as we get closer to that date?
So, in my mind, the most important thing is the follow-up in terms of our executive session.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, which we'd have to do an executive session.
What's that?
You have to do that in executive session.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah, you don't even have to have counsel if you wanna discuss that by yourself, yeah, we can definitely put that executive session
Yeah,
again on the
yeah,
beginning, that's
true.
fine.
That's,
If you want just an executive session meeting, you can do that too.
But that wouldn't be July 12th.
No, I think,
Say-
yeah, we'll come, we have to see what they say first.
yeah,
Kinda go
I know, we
from
gotta
there,
see the
so,
schedule.
yeah.
is.
Yeah, I just need 48 hours, so just keep the holidays or whatever in mind, but as long as I have 48 hours, so for a Monday meeting, I just need to know by Thursday.
Okay. And we can do a meeting just for an executive session,
course you can.
right? It doesn't have to have other.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, you go into, you open the meeting just to come out of executive session to adjourn, is the way it works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So you
Yeah.
put that in the motion when you make the motion and go in.
Okay.
You can have open meeting first and then close an executive session, so you just go into executive in the terms not to reconvene in open
Yeah.
session.
Okay. All
I
right,
had a lot of
that's-
lawsuits in my time.
All right,
Conservation always is.
Oh, really?
then I think we've covered it. Is this a record at almost 2 hours?
It should be short.
Whoa. Anyone to move to make any motion?
I make a motion that we adjourn the Ayer Board of Health meeting.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.